with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made it with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do, lace up the shoe.
Okay, Coach, it is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
We're set. Like an egg. Choose the mic. We ain't giving up nothing today. Watch the egg.
Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
To throw is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get out the field, defense. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Switch. Switch. Over here.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They run for it with Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
The one thing I have learned about this league, more and more, you've got to take some chances. You know, if you play everything conservatively and play everything exactly like, okay, I know what to do in each situation, I don't think you're going to get very far. I love the call there, going for it, even on his own side of the field.
Yeah, and even though you're on your own side of the field, they were creeping towards midfield, so not as crazy as if they were back at their own 20. Right?
Showed a little faith in the defense too, right?
Yep. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing again. Dalton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Wendell Smallwood, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This one fielded at the 5. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Here we go.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 41-yard line.
Back up.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Deuce. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Check.
Passing, it's Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. It's coming this way. Here we go. Check safety, check.
Move. Hey, help.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 13-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Here's Smallwood as they begin on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Quickly making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends. They're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey,
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. This one complete to Smallwood. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Watson now to throw. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here you go, Cam.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Don't get nervous.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They start the drive with Smallwood. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hope.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Flushed out right, and he's going to keep it here. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Watson, and an alley to run. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Check 3. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Dalton. Green brings it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This is Mixon on the draw. And he'll get about 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
You draw Corker.
Dalton now to pass. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Dalton here from the gun to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
Watson's pass intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Check 99. Here you go, 368. Safety creep.
Pilot, 64, weak. Here you go, can. Hey, seam 6.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. First and 10 for Dalton. Open man is Ross, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the delay, it's Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. This will be fielded at the 6. Now a hit and a loose football, and the Bengals grab it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Bengals 23, Texans 14.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25. Up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Switch. Check it backer.
Here's Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. But he'll take this back down inside the 20. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. So Dalton now. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Let's get off the field, Pete.
368.
And Dalton to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Throwing again is Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Rush in, rush in.
Back to throw, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Watson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw is Watson. Going to throw again. He'll let this go. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Dalton on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Andy Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. He's got a first down past the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Looking for more there on first down, but then complete.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield. He was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
You got 4.
2nd down, Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And it'll be Dalton again. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off of play action, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He's going to let it fly. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Oh, passing it. Dalton. This is caught. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals, oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Cincinnati, they'll take them when they can get them right about now, as a victory moves their record to 2-11 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm